Ah, oh no, something broke. Uh, oh dear. Oh no, my Nvidia driver. Well, actually, if this is live on Twitch right now, but later on YouTube, you'll see the precursor video to this particular screen. Oh no, something broke. So, what am I going to do in this stream? I'm going to update this machine. Yep, yep. I'm going to do it. I'm going to update to the latest kernel and the latest Nvidia driver. Yeah, let's see how many explosions appear. It's okay. Come on. There we go. That way, when I'm silent, you don't have large swaths of silence. Anywho, obviously, Nvidia driver failed. 565, old driver, don't care. Control X. So, come on. There we go. Sudo zipper. Actually, before I do that, BYOBU. That way I can multitask. Haha. Okay. I do not like that. Is there a function lock on this? No, there isn't. God damn it. Anywho. I really would like it so that all I have to do is enter that password once. Sometimes it doesn't allow that. I'm gonna need to redo this anyways. Hopefully I get some of first year's updates. Oh, that would be so nice. Because I think he got pushed the disabling of DRPMs, which should help immensely. No one's on dial-up anymore. How's this? How you doing? You fine? You fine? This is fine. Okay, so, as a prepper, I do preparation for this sort of stuff. And one of the things I prep with is making sure prior to doing the update, prior to kicking things off, I have the latest .run. So, I am going to go to... Actually, I'll just type it out since I've got the URL in another screen. So, let's do this the way you guys would. download.com/x386. See if that works. Yes, that works. Yup, boy. Here we go. So, this is incredibly useful. If you don't have links, I really recommend it, especially if you have an Nvidia card and you're using the .run. This just makes it so much easier to get the driver when you're dropped into a TTY. So we'll go here. Go to end. Go here. There's the driver that I want. I want to save. That looks fine. Okay, now I can exit out of this. There it is. Cool beans. Technically, I could probably delete all of the 400 series. But I'm not going to do that. No. What I will do is get BTOP running. I think it should be running. Come on, BTOP. Oh, it's not happy. Hey, Fury. Yeah, that isn't happy. Oh well, who cares? Sudo zippered up. Oh God, it's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, I didn't even have the Librist. There's the latest driver or kernel that seems to have been problematic on some distros. Yay. to the races. What's the worst that can happen? I do not have snapshots on here. If this completely and absolutely utterly fails, this system's hosed. There is no rolling back. Let's YOLO it. Okay, that's working. Not very well. It's not liking this resolution. There we go. So now it's just a waiting game, because that's a whole heck of a lot of files. It's actually a pretty good question. Someone asked, what's the... Ooh, hello, viewers. If you're just coming in, I am updating my Optiplex to the latest Tumbleweed. And then, well, if you have, you'll have to go back, but oops, something broke. The Nvidia driver that I had on here, it don't worky. So I am going to install the latest production-ready Nvidia driver, and then I won't touch this. I won't update this machine until after scale. Speaking of which, if you're in the LA area, there's going to be the Southern California Area Linux Expo happening in Pasadena, March 6th through 9th at the Pasadena Convention Center. It is $80 to get in with full expo and talk access, and it's a little less if all you want is just access to the talks. But if you use the code CHIX or SUSE, you can get 50% off. One of those is helps the LA Linux Chicks, which will be having a booth there, which is a really, really cool organization. And the other one, SUSE, will be helping out the OpenSUSE community. So do check it out. That is March 6th through March 9th at the Pasadena Convention Center. All you have to do is look up Scale 22X on Google. So it looks like the max speed I've gotten network-wise is about 83.2 megabits per second. Cool. God, I forgot I had some of these games installed. This machine... How to put this into words? I have been using the same install for a very, very long time. To be exact, it hasn't always been Tumbleweed. To be exact, Leap wasn't a thing. Tumbleweed was a thing when I got this machine, though. Why do I... No, that can't be. I highly doubt this. Yeah, just as I thought. This machine is using all ext4. So yeah, if something horribly goes wrong here, I am hosed. And not entirely. I have a tendency to break things so that you, the viewer, or people who come in for support, don't have to or can get back up and running. I have a lot of experience breaking OpenSUSE and recovering. Unlike I have 100% failure rate with Fedora, Cent, and Red Hat. I'm sure if I put my mind to it, I could become proficient in those. It's just, I like OpenSUSE. And if I say the name differently every single time, OpenSUSE. Ha! And probably the one thing I'll do after this is I'll do some more updates for things that I can't update here in the TTY. Like my Steam games! Video games! Yeah. Man, I think I saw 20 megabits per second. Dang. She's a rippin'. Thank you, first year. Hey, why did the music stop? Oh, that's why the music stopped. There, that should be a better volume for the music. I saw something that I'm concerned about. I uninstalled Marble. That should not be there. Oh well. Oh, also a shout out to Nadav Mavor for sending me this thing that I'm using to capture this video footage. He sent a USB 3 DVI capture device that is known to 100% work on Linux, and obviously you can see it works surprisingly well at a relatively decent frame rate as well. So thank you a lot, Mavar. I know I probably mispronounced that, but thank you nonetheless. Hello, more viewers. Nice. Taking a look at my stream health, and it's actually better than my video game streams. Probably helps I'm not playing video games and using the graphics card. Technically, this whole situation here, there's actually a precursor video that I have where I broke things even really bad. That machine's going to be another video. That machine's going to be, I'm going to deliberately screw it up and then have to use Snapper to roll back. I noticed earlier today Or earlier in the OpenSUSE support channel, someone was like, "How do you roll back?" Well, turns out there's some really good documentation uh, about doing that, and maybe I should just do a tutorial video on that. I don't want to break things, but if breaking things helps those of you out there know how to fix things when they break, then totally worth it. What? Yeah, I noticed that. There we go. I would blame Frontier, but for some reason on the back end, Frontier and Lumen have been having issues. And I've just had the network outside of my home be a bit flaky. The other day I had 97% packet drop to anything outside my network. Yeah, it was bad. Everything's downloaded. Now things are gonna rip. Furier, it actually, the biggest issue was Lumen. And Lumen is CenturyNet. So my issue was actually connecting from Frontier to another backbone. Oh, what is this? What is that? Oh, in the upper screen. Did Mir SSH into the machine to get system stats so that you can see the glorious, wondrous CPUs go brrr? CPU go brrr. Yes. Yes, that is what Mir did. And this will also show you OpenSUSE, when it comes to installing packages, is very single-threaded. It has been explained to me why it's that way, and I can understand, and I'm fine with that. It isn't the only other distro that acts like this during install. It kind of makes a little sense. Now, parallel downloads would be nice, but I've had it explained to me in good detail why that isn't a thing at the moment and what needs to be fixed. So I hope it gets fixed so that we can download more than one thing at one time. Oh, hey, Rochelle. Nothing has exploded yet, which is nice. So this is my Optiplex 790 that I've had for a very, very long time. It has an Nvidia card. So you'll have to watch the published video to see, oopsie, something broke. The 565 Nvidia driver will not have its kernel module build on 6.13 without some patches. So there's a video that I'll have coming out pretty soon that will go through kind of some of the common issues that have popped up in our support where people are like, oh no, I don't see my desktop. Oh, it's broken. It's OpenSUSE sucks. Linux sucks. Ah, rah. Well, the video that I did shows exactly what can happen, how to figure out what is going on, how to potentially fix it the easiest way. And in my case, because that easy fix being manually invoke DKMS didn't work, figuring out why DKMS failed. So that's going to be a fun video. Oh, hey, Beastwick. I have a feeling you might be there. Thank you, Rochelle. Yeah, sorry, Fury. Speaking of which, Fury, learn MTR. Seriously, if I weren't doing this, I'd give you a demo on MTR, or at least a pretty simple one. But that might tell you where in your path you're having network issues, where it is. That's why I know my issue was with CenturyNet or CenturyLink or whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, last night I had 97% packet loss. It was absolutely bloody irritating. Annoyed me to no end. It was so bad last night that even IRC failed and crapped out. So that means I had over 180-second ping to the Libera IRC servers. Yeah, it's been really weird. Luckily, today it's been absolutely fine and a bit more stable. Last night I was having so many issues. And if Yuri was having issues last night, they were probably the same as mine. Because I very highly doubt Bakersfield has the major backbones. I believe they're probably going and sending their stuff to the same data centers in LA. I know exactly where the Lumen.net servers are, or at least approximately where they are, that were having the issues. Huh. But yeah, as I said, my issue was Lumen, and Lumen is Century. And they're another ISP here in California. Yeah. It sucks that one of our OpenSUSE board members that's in the Twitch chat is not going to be able to come out to scale this year. Oh, so upsetting. Oh dear. Not 100% Fury. So the one I was actually having issues with was literally in downtown LA by LA Union. There's a data center right next to LA Union Center. And I'm 100% sure that was the one that I was having issues with. Because I was getting packets out of Frontier's network, but they were hitting Lumen's network and just dying. Yeah. Hopefully either next year or, Rochelle, it might be, Drew might be having an OpenSUSE booth at DataCon LA. So if you can manage to possibly come out here for that, that's another event we'll be doing. Sadly, this year, if it's back in Long Beach again, I will not be able to attend that. It's really only a 1 to 2 day event, but that's just a bit too much for me. Oh yeah, it is absolutely amazing. DataCon LA, one of the most amazing talks I went to was accelerating your databases using CUDA. And the interesting bit is the way they were using CUDA to accelerate your databases was basically a precursor to an LLM. It was AI. This is an old install from pre-Leap days. And I have inherited over the years a lot of software that I've used. Or had software pulled in when I installed other pieces of software. And this is nothing. I don't have latex on this machine. Not really. It's not that old. I mean, if anything, it remembers evergreen, which means 11.2. Ooh. Haha! Draw cut got called. Nice. Which means it should be getting close.
Yeah. No. 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 No.
miss anything exciting? Doesn't look like anything exploded. But I did get some ice cream. Did I try restarting? For me to restart, I'd have to cancel out of this. If I cancel out of this, I might break something. I don't have ButterFS on here. So, I don't want to do that right now in the middle of an update. Oh, it's plugged into an uninterruptible power supply. And the only thing connected. As for Stellar Mondo, this is a what you're seeing here is similar to Tmux or Screen. This is Baibu that you're seeing. BYOBU. I'll type it into the Twitch chat. Really useful. I find this to be a little bit more user-friendly than Tmux or Screen. Screen, though, is much more useful when it comes to, like, serial connections. But I haven't had to do a serial connection in a very long time. I'll have to refresh my memory on that.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing in the upper corner. That's, actually Rochelle and Fury. That thing in the upper corner is BPY top. Because for some reason B-top was broken. I was getting a black screen of no. So yeah. But the main screen is Bobu. Is it Endless Sky? Hold on, let me double check. Yes, it is Endless Sky. Yes. That game is fun. I have sunk so many hours into Endless Sky. It's unreal. If you have not played Endless Sky, Comrade Rochelle, do check it out. It is in the OpenSUSE Games repo, but it's also available on Steam and Git. It's fun. No, real time. But it's also fleet based. I think at one point I had 100. No. Actually, I don't remember, but I do have streams of it archived on YouTube. I think I have like 40 hours worth of streams or recordings of Endless Sky on YouTube. Yeah, it's a fun game. And really, it's an homage to an homage to a remake of a video game that predates Eve. Seriously, kudos to the Really? That's nice. I would have asked earlier if you could hear the fans going on in the background. I have the both one-use servers going. Brr. I have the workstation going. I've got the Optiplex, which has a maglev. I think it's a 92 millimeter, but it's a thick fan. It's a 1500 RPM fan that's in that mother trucker. That thing, when you flip the switch on, it go brrr. I do entirely miss my Shure mic. The only equivalent to it that's on the market is the SM57, but it's not actually an SM57. It's just a very equivalent. I need to replace the cartridge on it, and there aren't any spare parts for that particular mic on the market versus the SM57, so I am on a Sennheiser. I never liked the blue snowball. The blue snowball seems to do a lot of weird modifications to people's voices that I do not like whatsoever. I don't like the Yeti either. I'd rather have an AT2020. Blue makes some really good microphones, but the microphones of theirs that you want have a 4-digit price tag before the decimal point. Also, I've got my mic currently connected to a mixer, a dedicated mixer that is connected to the computer. It's where all what I'm hearing is coming through. It's now attached to my speaker system, so I only have one thing on my computer that I need to mess with via pulse audio volume control. This mixer, I've got, at least for this mic, I have my own manual EQ. Same here. Because I also do, one of the many things I do is I do digital archiving of various formats, usually physical, like flat paper, or I do audio archiving and video archiving. So one of the more recent things that I worked on was archiving some audio cassettes. So I currently have connected into my DAC a tape deck. So I have two inputs on the mixer right now. RCA going to the tape deck and this XLR mic. And I have room for 4 more other inputs that I could go and have. That's a bit more overkill than I really need, and I don't have any monitoring, so I have absolutely no bleeping idea how I sound coming through your speakers or headphones. Absolutely no clue. Am I coming in clear? Fury, send up a flare if I'm not coming in clear, please. One of the things I'm thinking of bringing down to scale is I've got there's this little travel mic from Samson, Samson. They're a meh mic and audio gear company, but this little travel mic is actually kind of useful. And the audio's pretty decent on it. So I'm thinking of bringing it down to scale just in case. Really not so much for me, but this particular machine that I'm doing this update to, I'll be bringing down so that a friend of mine could potentially join Linux Gamecast on Friday for their Trackmania session. Likely, I will not be live streaming anything. I'm going to be absolutely really too busy for doing that, and I'll be networking with way too many people. Especially with the fact that getting as much knowledge and education so that I can pass the SUSE SCA certification and job hunting. Being an independent consultant / contractor, income's not always the most reliable. And at this point, it has not been reliable. But if those of you watching really want to help out, check out the links in the description below where you could toss a couple coins my way. Or if you really want to help out, there's an Amazon wish list there where you could help me procure some hardware that will make these and some of my other tutorial streams even better. Thank you so very much. At this point, Comrade Rochelle? Just something. I am a jack of many trades, but without a bachelor's degree, it seems like it's actually very difficult to get something. So I'm just gonna throw a wide net out and see what I catch. Because so far, what I've been doing, the way I've been job hunting now, has not produced much other than McDonald's rejecting me. Oh, you gonna be like that, you stupid bloody bot? Really? Really? Report him, people. Report him. Spam. Bot. Spam bot. Yeah, because this little bastard's been trying to bypass bans. So submit a report, please. Ban. Yep, they are. Yeah, so at least now you get to see. But sadly, well, that didn't work. That did. Google Chrome. Delicious. Since that was a ban of Vader, that's likely why you guys didn't see it. Thank you for letting me know that you didn't see it. Welcome back, Fury. Yeah, you missed a bot. A ban evading bot. Very exciting. Much explosions. You know, it was kind of funny, Comrade Rochelle and Fury Kittens thought that I was going to actually have issues with the streaming software. I'm not. Although, I have to say, that's probably because I compiled it myself. It was like, nah, screw this. I need my AV1 encode. That wasn't in the OpenSUSE Pac-Man version of OBS Studio. Yep, Open Broadcast Studio. So, OBS-Studio. I compile it from source so that I have exactly what I want. I know what flags I have enabled. And specifically for the AV1 encode and decode. OBS Studio from Pac-Man OBS would be what I'd normally use, except I'm not. I don't like how both OpenSUSE and Pac-Man build the Open Broadcast Studio. So I just compile it myself. And I'm not arsed to fight with UDev with some of the hardware and stuff. Well, differences. It's not as big of a difference anymore, but just a month or so ago, Pac-Man and OpenSUSE's versions were still on the older 27 or something like that. Whereas the latest stable was 32 for the Open Broadcast Studio. And the thing is, you need 31 to get Intel AV1 encode, at least for recording video. So I needed to have a much newer version of OBS than what was provided by the at least two trusted repos. There's a few other things that they enable and disable, so particularly with the main OpenSUSE one. Anything that has anything to do with patent encumbered codecs, it's just nuked. And Pac-Man, though it puts those back, hasn't been the most reliable. But beyond that, the main issue is Pac-Man in OpenSUSE, even on Tumbleweed, can be so far behind on version numbers. And I've had particular bugs in the past that have popped up. Now, the next question is, why do I not use a Flatpak? I'd have to fight with UDev and breaking the Flatpak container with UDev rules for various bits of hardware that I use. For example, you're seeing one of the pieces of hardware right now on this screen. That would be an absolute pain in the fucking arse if I were to try and use it on Flatpak, the Flatpak version of OBS Studio. But yeah. I don't know if it's the maintainer. In the case of like when OBS Studio was on 27 on Pac-Man, they knew a newer version was out. They knew that there wasn't any AV1 encode. It was mentioned in the mailing list. But just time to get around to it, and I think it was just very severely neglected. So you could blame lack of maintainers. Just like there are lack of maintainers for the Pac-Man Discord client, or the Discord client that's on Pac-Man, or whatever. Because that goes out of date so often, and then it takes about a week for someone to go like, oh, I should go and fix that. Usually happens on a Friday, and then usually at fastest about a Monday or Tuesday is when Discord comes back up. Not worth it. Yeah, when it comes to certain bits of hardware, that's why I don't use the Flatpak. If you're using the version from the OpenSUSE non-OSS or the Pac-Man repo, no, it does not. It does some for within the Electron app that Discord is, but version numbers, it does not. So if you are running, if the repo has 218.1 and Discord updates to 222.8, you will not be able to connect to their servers. That number doesn't get updated by the backend updates that Discord can do. So Discord has some bits that it can update, but others have to be dealt with via the package manager. And it is a full update of the application, not just small little bits of the containerized system. Which is why I was always hesitant on using it as a Flatpak, because I was like, am I going to run a container of a container? Well, it looks like post-transaction scripts are going now. If I had ZFS, this is where it would fail, but I don't. So just as a heads up, if you ever tinker with ZFS, make sure you have the LTS kernel on Tumbleweed. Otherwise, ZFS will fail here, and you'll be like, you won't have an init RAM FS, because it won't build. What happens after this? So this is all the post-installed transactions. In Debian, it's dpkg configure. Yes, there is an LTS choice for Tumbleweed. There is an LTS kernel. And it's designed specifically for people who are using ZFS. And there's a few other things that it's useful for. The one thing that it isn't useful for is I don't think they have the Nvidia driver set up for it. So really, if you wanted the LTS kernel on Tumbleweed and you want ZFS and you want Nvidia, you're going to want to use the .run. But if you're going to use the .run, DKMS, as I showed in another video that will be coming out, will not fail as often as it does on a rolling release, as on a rolling kernel. And yeah, if you want, I learned about the LTS kernel from first year. Man, that's the second time he's been name dropped. Isn't he special? He's also got a good guide on that. I do too. I'm full 100% support.
Yeah.
I'd like there to be a fourth option for partition types.
No.
Oh, hey, Sai. Welcome. You're just in time. It's going to get really interesting pretty soon. Because I'm
No.
just getting close to needing to do Nvidia proprietary driver install.
No. No.
Hopefully I don't clash with Wi-Fi Ninja's stream. I would do the Bang SO and then Wi-Fi Ninja, but I don't have that set up. Comrade Rochelle, when it comes to Nvidia and the proprietary driver on Tumbleweed, As long as you follow a few relatively good guidances, it's not that big of a deal. It's a whole hell of a lot easier than AMD GPU Pro. I never got ROCm working. But then again, by the time, at this point, my AMD graphics card is no longer supported by ROCm. So, what can I say? But then again, my current graphics card that I have is EOL for CUDA. Actually, they work very, very well. Malcolm Lewis has a absolutely fabulous guide on getting Intel One API working on Intel Arc. And it works very, very well. To be exact, I found it easier to implement than One API, or than ROCm. Anywho, there we go. So, I'm at this point. I've done the update, and now I need to reboot. So, I am going to turn the terminal off. I'm going to leave this up. But first thing I need to do is go over here, quit that, so that doesn't irritate me. No. So, that's all you need to do to reboot. Oh no, the green screen! Ah! Oh, hello, Dell. So here at Grub, you need to press E to get into a TTY. You need to find the line here that's got splash and all this other stuff. And you need to add 3. This will boot you to run level 3. And now, Control X. Okie dokes. Now we're at run level 3. So what do? We log in. Okay, now we go to the directory where I have the .run, which I usually put in a bin folder in my home directory. And because I don't remember the version number, I'm going to do a grep. There's the Nvidia driver, so and you have to be root. This isn't something that you can just sudo. You have to be root in OpenSUSE. I just got the password wrong. Huh? There we go. And because it's a shell script, you start with sh. And then in this case, since I am in the directory that I'm running the script from, I put a dot and a slash. And one of the tricks with this is you can use star. I used to use the -e flag, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. Yes, I want to continue. I've done almost all of the pre-installation script stuff, so continue installation. Now it's building the kernel modules. And this is something new in, I think, 560 and up. It builds the kernel module first. Used to do this around the tail end. No, I had a previous driver, and it be broken. I had 565. Again, you'll need to watch the video again, including the one prior to this of, oops, something broke. Yay for plugging my own content. But no, we're at the point where we're installing the driver. This is the Nvidia driver install process. Do you want to install Nvidia's 32-bit compatibility libraries? The answer is yes. If you run Steam, the answer is yes. I don't really post much on Mastodon, but I may. And this is one of the nice things, is Nvidia's been pretty decent recently with uninstalling previous graphics drivers. Now here's the big important part. Would you like to register the kernel module sources with DKMS? This will allow DKMS to automatically build a new module if your kernel changes later, which it will, because this is Tumbleweed and it's a rolling kernel. So the answer is yes. DKMS stands for Dynamic Kernel Module Support. It was a piece of software developed by Dell for allowing an easier method of rebuilding kernel modules in an automatic fashion when kernel updates happen. And Dell ended up making it, one, open source, and two, they just straight up released it to the community. But it is used for kernel modules that are out of the kernel tree. Now, this is a new thing in the Nvidia driver versus like my last Nvidia driver update in video is rebuilding init RAM FS. Basically, this is draw cut so that when grub loads, it will know what to do. That URL that I just linked is actually pretty useful. Here's something that trips new people up. Would you like to run an Nvidia Xconfig utility to automatically update your Xorg config? Choose no. Choose no. Unless you're running multiple Nvidia graphics cards and spanning a multi-view, don't bother. You also kind of need that for Wayland too, so don't say Xorg. Ew. No. Wayland needs it too. Anywho, now that we're here, let's see, is the Nvidia kernel module loaded? Answer is yes, otherwise you wouldn't be seeing anything. True. But again, this is going to be posted up on Twitch for now, and then eventually onto YouTube. So someone might take you a bit seriously. People start flame wars for less. So, I'll leave this to you. Do you guys want me to reboot and see if we can get into the desktop, or should I end the video here? I do a poll, but I don't know how to do polls. I think I might need Sai to help me with that. Reboot? I gotta vote for reboot. Do it! Okay, I got at least 2 votes. Oh no, my kernel's tainted. Oh no, that was actually the red messages that you saw scroll by. That's what happens when you have an out of tree module. God, this is gonna look weird. I haven't booted this machine in a long time. It's got a lot of cruff over the years. Yep, looks like everything's working. And with that, I thank you all for joining me in this wonderful adventure. See, we've got a desktop. Everything's working. So I thank you for joining me on this adventure. Yeah, it's XFCE. Like, share, subscribe, all that jam. If you really want to help out, again, as I said previously, there's links in the description below where you could toss a couple coins my way, or if you really want to help out, there's a Amazon wish list down there where you could help me procure hardware to make these and my other streams better. But most importantly, thank all of you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, bye-bye. And don't forget to check out the videos that will be coming up onto my YouTube channel, including the precursor to this one. Anywho, good night.